I may be crazy, but I also am leaning towards this next theory, that Lila is suspicious of Marinette being Ladybug. What did you guys think of Sublimation? Me? What did I think? It was good? Yeah, it was good, but it was not great. We're going to talk about that. So to summarize the episode, we have a new character named Sublime, and she's from Belgium. She is so talented, like genuinely, she's talented. She's very ambitious. She plays the harp, she speaks 5 languages, and she's training for a running world championship. And that wouldn't be a problem for Marinette unless somehow Adrian is involved, because Adrian and Sublime go running a lot. And, you know, I understand Marinette has issues, but Marinette's actions are insane. She looks like a psychopath. Maybe she is. Marinette thinks Sublime seems perfect. She wants to become Sublime's friend. She goes around school, other places, stalking Sublime and trying to help her, trying to like create that connection with her, but it is not working because Sublime does not need any help. And it's giving season 1 Marinette. I'm sorry, just gonna say it. Are we gonna beat around the bush? Not today, not today. Marinette ends up pretending to be a supervillain named Soapinator. Ooh, good one. She's like cleaning the floors in the locker room where Sublime is preparing for a run, and this soap gets into Sublime's prosthetics and causes her, while she's running, to fall, and the prosthetics break. I mean, this was really the oof moment. I'm sorry for lack of a better word. This was the oopsie moment for Marinette. I know she didn't mean to. She didn't have ill intentions, but oh my gosh, this was bad for Marinette. That did not look good for her. Anyway, Sublime's mom gets akumatized because Bob Roth, who was considering sponsoring Sublime, is like, nah, not anymore. This battle with Ladybug and Cat Noir is one of the most interesting battles yet, because Sublimation is not that much of a villain. Ladybug realizes with her lucky charm that she was the problem all along. Take a look in that compact mirror, girl. Breathe in. Breathe out. It's your fault. Also, during the battle, Chrysalis uses a new technique called an anti-kuma. And these anti-kumas, if they hit the hero will be rendered useless, basically. So Cat Noir was hit in this episode and he was not able to fight anymore, use his powers, hence him turning gray. So Ladybug takes her lucky charm, goes and apologizes to Sublime and her family, and the Ladybugs fix everything. But the question I have is like, Sublime's prosthetics broke before the actual akumatization battle began, yet the prosthetics were fixed. I don't really get that. But you know what? It's somehow connected to the Akuma battle. Everything's intertwined somehow, so it's fine. The good news is Sublime forgives Mary very graciously, very, very easily. Marinette barely finished her sentence and Sublime said, "It's fine." It's okay. They became friends. It's great. However, at the end of the episode, we see that Tsurugi agrees to sponsor Sublime. And this wouldn't be a problem if we didn't know Tsurugi's past and know that she's up to no good. Now, it's theory time. Oh my gosh. Please stop me. I think the most interesting part of this episode was Lila hiding out in the open. We saw this in Illustrator as well, where Lila has these disguises and she's hiding in the shadows. She's in plain sight, yet nobody notices her. So in Illustrator, Lila was at the cafe while Adrian and Marinette were there. And in this episode again, we see Lila there where everything is going down. Now, this is what we have to talk about. Let's look at this person's frame, their body frame. To me, the body looks a little bit more broader, more like a man. Now, maybe she's just wearing bigger clothes. I don't know. The fact also that the skin tone is different. I'm getting a feeling this is not Lila. Either it's a different person or it's a different version of herself. She may be working with other people, and this is very, very plausible because in the end card of Illustrator, Lila says, "You know nothing about me, about us, about them. I'm everywhere. I'm nowhere. I'm a chameleon. Nowhere. You won't get anywhere." So hear me out. Lila may be working with others. The fact that she says, "You know nothing about me, about us," She also may be referring to the fact that she is acting like a chameleon, in the literal sense of using her powers to change her appearance, to change her physical form. This is a theory I got from Alfrelly on YouTube, so I don't take the credit, but I really thought this was quite interesting. And I think it makes sense because back in season 3, we saw Lila transforming into different characters, just like a chameleon. Foreshadowing? Lila, if she is akumatizing herself, it would make sense why she's carrying around the notebook, because she needs to jot down what she does so that when she de-transforms, she remembers, just like in the London special. And I got this part of the theory about the notebooks from this person on Twitter, so thank you so much. And this also goes along with the idea that she has multiple voices. She has that androgynous voice where you're like, who are you? Are you multiple people? Now, again, like I said, this is a theory. She could just be changing her appearance with coats and wigs and contact lenses and whatnot. However, I'm kind of leaning towards this theory. Let me know what you think. Now to talk about Tsurugi. There's nothing trustworthy about this woman. Now, we don't know if Lila and Tsurugi have any connection. We don't know if Chrysalis is like, hey, do you want to be my accomplice? Tsurugi could be a villain independent of Chrysalis. But again, the dialogue at the end of Illustrator is just very suspicious. Lila says, you will know nothing about us. Is she referring to her and Tsurugi? Now, I wouldn't know. I'm not a writer of the show. Sometimes I wish I was. Like, you know, I could rewrite Marinette, but I may be crazy, but I also am leaning towards this next theory, that Lila is suspicious of Marinette being Ladybug. In both Illustrator and Sublimation, we see Lila kind of scoping out the area wherever there is an Akuma battle about to take place. But Marinette also happens to be there. Is this a coincidence that Lila happens to be at the same spot as Marinette? Not necessarily. As we know, Lila and Marinette are at war. Lila hates Marinette's guts. And I believe Lila may just have suspicions about Marinette. And as we know, Lila has thousands of notebooks. I don't think it's that big of a stretch that she's catching on to these little nuances and being like, hey, whenever Marinette leaves, Ladybug appears. Something like that. And it's been going on for a while. Like, Lila has been hating on Marinette for a long time. So imagine all the information she has collected about Marinette. Don't know. Just something to think about. Let me know your opinions in the comments. Now we're kind of done with theory time. I just wanted to talk about like the most important stuff. I'm just going to talk about my overall thoughts now. Let's talk about Marinette's actions this episode. Okay, from like a non-serious standpoint, if I don't think about the consistency, it was kind of fun. Like seeing Marinette be weird, run across the walls, be Sonic, it was kind of fun. I kind of enjoyed it in a way. The main thing though that I'm upset about is it feels like she reverted back to season 1 Marinette. Like they said factory reboot. It's not like we had character development in season 5. No, that's silly. And I understand. I know she wants to be friends with Sublime. I know relapses are normal. We all struggle with self-improvement, but oh my gosh, this episode was so not good for Marinette. I thought Illustrator was bad. Like, I was like, oh gosh, Marinette is going backwards. Sublimation was way worse. I know that Marinette did not mean to cause harm. Again, Girly didn't even think if her actions were normal or strange. She didn't think about the consequences until it was too late. People tried to warn her, but no. I have hope, okay, that her apologizing, realizing her mistakes in this episode will lead her to become a better character. But then again, things in the show just don't last. I'm not saying there's never consistency, but like there is a trend of things like happening and then never being talked about again. I am still salty about the season 2 finale. Where was the follow-up? There was none. There was no follow-up. More than Marinette being kind of creepy in this episode and spying on Sublime, more than that, the thing I disliked most was that she used her powers for selfish reasons. Like, how many times have we heard Tiki warn Marinette not to use Ladybug for personal gain? I don't want to count anymore. Y'all, someone tell me in the comments. I'm not gonna go back and count. Anyway, I understand Marinette. She didn't mean to do anything wrong, so it's not like she's evil and a bad person. I just feel like she should know better by now at this point. And last but not least, one of my strongest opinions. I need Adrian to have more screen time, please. But not just screen time. I want to see him work through the grief, because the season 5 finale, the London special, it all showed us what Adrian is going through. It's not a secret. He has problems, and I want to see him hash it out. I like getting new characters, okay? Don't get me wrong. I like Sublime. I think she's an angel. I think she's a great character, and I really, really am glad they introduced her. But I'm tired, okay? Am I being dramatic? Yes, I'm trying to get my point across. I think we need less Marinette, less new characters, and more Adrian time. We already have a character that everyone loves. Why not actually give him time on the screen? Okay, I just couldn't brush over it. It's eating at me inside. Anyway, thanks for listening. That's my rant. This is my opinion. I'm not trying to say like, oh, I have the best opinions out there. I'm not trying to do that in any way. So if you disagree, let me know in the comments. If you, on the other hand, do agree, then also let me know in the comments. Anywho, thanks for watching. Until next time, Lazy out.